So this is Climb from Albert Canyon. It's by Gary Dozel, El Faber. Sure, something in my mouth. Operating instruction: you may need to apply a light brake application to hold your train on the grade here at Albert Canyon. We have a brake application, so we're all good. Engineer CP Train 202 to Mountain Subdivision RTC. We've made our set out at Albert Canyon, siding, and are ready to proceed eastbound. Mountain Subdivision RTC to CP Train 202. You may begin your pull and, subject to signal indications, proceed eastbound via the south track. CP Train 109, lead unit CP 9350 is just clearing Downey now and moving onto the north track. RTC out. Right. So. Still got stuff in my mouth. What's going on with that? Let's get moving. Good night there, Jordan Brooker. Thanks for joining this evening. Wallman wants to know if he can put a collage of screenshots in one actual image. What you submit me in an image is up to you, to be honest. If you want to put a collage of images together in one place, then feel free. Obviously people will see less of each of those individual images, so that's a compromise, but they'll obviously see more of them. Oh, I know what I meant to do. I meant to reset my track IR, didn't I? Hang on a minute, I'm just going to lean forward and fix it. Right. And that's better. Occurs to me that wasn't a grade crossing, that was a bridge, but never mind. The fish in the river now know who's coming. So we're actually on Rogers Pass this time. So previously we've done quite a lot on the Kicking Horse Pass, which is on the east of Golden. So now we're west of Golden, heading eastbound towards Golden. So while we're still accelerating, let's see where we are. So this is us. This is the Revelstoke on the western side of the route. And then all this is Rogers Pass down to Golden here. And then the bit we've done previously is all Kicking Horse Pass on the eastern side of the route. So this is a different bit of the route. Fringe Starlin says, is this route worth it? I think so. I think it is a really, really good North American, or Canadian route. But I'm going to be even more biased on this one because I worked with Jonathan Lewis to get this one out. So, because it was just a third party and it was done while I was looking after third party things. I just realised we've got no lights on. Let's get lights on. Screenshotty. Pump up the power a bit more. Yeah, so this is basically it's like two big hills. So you've got lots of up and downhill running, There's some switching in either on the ends. Certainly in Revelstoke there's a big yard. Golden, there's some stuff going on. Screenshotty. Well, screenshotty is a word in my language anyway. Might not be a word in anybody else's language, but since when has that stopped me? Right, there's that oncoming train. So Coplopper would like the F40PHL2. Excellent. I will get that over to you at the end of the stream, Coplopper. Congratulations. One man says his 5,000 sub special should be a full run of this route. Yes. Absolutely. Moleman's about 150-ish. Yeah, thereabouts. It's not a fast route. It's sort of like a Donna Pass. It's a pretty long route to run. Maybe you should do Donna Pass the full length. That takes about 6 or 7 hours. This has certainly got an awful lot of really nice, famous photographic spots. So you're not going to be short of places to take screenshots on this route. Not ones that represent, that are similar to oh, completely lost my brain. Yeah, completely lost my brain. Never mind. Moving on. Obviously, that thought was rubbish. Joe the Fish, does the Donna Pass take 7 hours? Well, there are scenarios on Donna Pass that take 7 hours. Whether the route actually takes 7 hours to drive end to end, I don't know, because I've never actually had the balls to try one of those scenarios. If Moleman doesn't stick to the speed limits, then you probably find he's sticking to the track either. It's quite a windy route if you look at it. This is all in the tunnel, but it pretty much winds its way around quite nicely all the time, and there's a lot of sharp corners on it. Yeah, my track IR's falling again. I need to go and get some more blue tack. Wow, Darren says this part of the Canadian Pacific Railway in real life sees up to 12 feet of snow in the winter. Let's catch you too later. Thanks for joining the stream this evening. And Moleman officially gives up with his spieling tonight. We have the highball. It's going to level out again, so I need to just watch our speed. I have no plans of being sick. After the last time I decided that wasn't very much fun, so I'm not doing it anymore. That's official. Being sick is not good, and therefore I'm not going to do it again. Fringe Starlin says, could you run an ice TD on this route at 140? I don't know how far you'd get. I'm sure you could try. I don't know if you'd actually get to 140. Please get a cold so I can watch the CW60. Please, you mean please don't get a cold? Alright, we're coming up to Downey. Alright, somewhere up here we have a signal. We have double yellow. Speeding. So, Illicilowset. Okay, I'm murdering Canadian names. In 2.2 miles. So we've got siding west, siding east. So basically it's a straight run through Glacier Main, short of any adverse signals. Itchy ear. It's not good. This whole valley scene we've got in front of us is really awesome. Mountain Subdivision RTC to CP Train 202. You'll be meeting CP Train 671, lead unit CP 9355 at Illicilowet. He will hold the main but will lay back as necessary at Illicilowet West so you can take the siding on the move. So we're swinging out onto the siding. Hey Jack Sims, congratulations on getting your Google working, that's awesome. Yeah, screenshot of the valley, it's got to be done. another double yellow coming up here, which is probably related to us coming off the main. Frame rates actually aren't too bad on this route, Mole Man. Darren said it's okay about name pronunciation. I can't even pronounce it right, and I live in Canada my whole life. Yeah, itchy headphone here, it's just... power a bit. Actually, we're going into a 25, so let's cut it a lot. Dynamic brakes don't seem to work. Right, so we've got the green on the second one down, which confirms that we're coming off of the main at this point, and going around the siding at Illuiset. Really, Fringe? I thought your route proposals were awesome. It's only supposed to take 10 seconds, Darren. So I'm a bit surprised about that. It was certainly used to work. Here comes that other train. If he doesn't stop in time, then we've got a problem on our hands, so stop. Potash train going the other way. Or are we anyway? I never looked at see what we're hauling. Oh, we've got, what, mixed? This is a mixed train, a manifest train. Auto racks, oh yeah, we're a manifest. The miner says he wants to see view 3. There we go. We can see the last bit of the train coming in. That's it. We're out of his way now. But he kind of missed the signal. Right, somewhere up here we'll get put back on the main again because we'll run out of siding. Fringe says I was going to get South London Network and Midland Main Line in the next sale, but should I get this and Munich Garmisch instead along SLN? I really don't know. That depends what you want to do. Is this a good route? Yes, this is a great route. And if you're looking for something a bit different, I mean, South London Network, I definitely recommend. I think that's a really good route. Midland Main Line's another good route, but maybe it does some, maybe 2 UK routes. Maybe it'd be an idea to get something different. But I mean, if you're talking about getting Canadian Mountain Passes, Munich Garmisch and South London Network, that'd be quite a nice little pack of routes. I think you'll get a lot of different gameplay out of each of those routes, that's for sure. If you want changes and diversity, then yeah, I think Canadian Mountain Passes, Munich Garmisch and South London Network, you've got tons of variety going on there. The only thing you're missing really is high speed. There's not much high speed on any of those lines. But if you've already got high speed on other routes that you've got, then maybe that's not a problem. South London Network's all commuter traffic. Munich Garmisch is sort of regional and commuter traffic. And this is long haul freight. Right, coming up to the silhouette set, other end of the siding. Nick, so yes, this is a workshop scenario. It's called Climb from Albert Canyon. We've got the highball. Yep, we've got the highball. We're good to go. And it's by Gary Dozel, El Faber. And it's for Canadian Mountain Passes. So we're on the Rogers Pass side of the route, west of Golden, heading eastbound, up the hill. No, I haven't forgotten your oil fringe. Ah, we're stopping at Glacier, stop here. Superb. So we're in a 20 limit now, 2.4% grade, which is pretty much the ruling grade on this line, 2.4. So it's a fairly tough grade to get these big heavy trains up. Train wise, we're using 2 at the front, 1 at the back. Longer trains, they stick 1 in the middle as well, so 2x1x1 formation. Good night, Fury, thanks for joining this evening. Moggy, yes, this is Climb from Albert Canyon. Hey, thanks Moggy for doing the link. Much appreciated. How many cars? I have no idea. Fair few. Certainly not a long train. It's a mixed manifest, so we've got a bit of variety behind us. Check me out though, using phrases like manifest train. I'm probably not even getting it wrong. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Steve Jam. Cheers, Steve. And as Steve says, we'll be on the official channel tomorrow evening, 8 PM UK time. Right, we're just about coming to the top of this section now. It will level off and we can turn the wipers on, don't need the wipers on. Into one of the snow sheds. Prince Starling says, are there freight routes in America or passenger, train sim wise? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Prince Starling. There are both actually. It's mostly freight. There is some long haul passenger on some of the freight routes, so the like Amtrak Zephyr and California Zephyr and things like that runs over it, the Empire Builder. But then there are routes that have got a lot more passenger traffic, such as New York, New Haven, and the Pacific Surfliner and the Miami line actually. Those are sort of three more passenger corridor routes. A lot of the other routes for America are all quite heavy freight. Nick says, will I be putting these all on YouTube? I certainly will. I've got 8 after this scenario is finished that need to get uploaded now. .7 miles to Flat Creek South Track. Highland region, Chester to Holyhead, that sounds awesome. It's a route I've wanted to see in the game for a while. Darren says it's about 95% freight in North America. Solid, I ran the 37 second. So it was BR145 on Mannheim, then the 37 on Somerset and Dorset, then BR145 on Mannheim, and then this one, the Canadian Mountain Passes. Good, got a good signal. Right, I didn't see what that message said because I wanted to get a screenshot and it got in the way, but Nick says, what scenarios did I do last night? So last night we did some stuff on the consolidation. So we did 2 scenarios on the Connie and the Prairie, GWR Prairie on Western Lines of Scotland, and I can't for the life remember what the other one was. BR103, that was it, BR103 on Cologne Koblenz. Let's have a look, see what's coming up. So we're keeping the main by the looks of it. And there's an AI train sitting there. Actually, we're going to be going down this branch line here, so we're going to be seeing a train, but we're not actually going to be interacting with it. Darren, I have no idea how to put a Canadian flag by your name. Pure route building, Jack Sims, save, save, save. Regularly save and regularly back up. Just press F2, Jack Sims. Anytime you like, just press F2 and it will save whatever you've got. Chase Man, welcome to the stream this evening. This is Canadian Mountain Passes, and we're running a scenario called Climb from Albert Canyon by Gary Dolezal, El Faba on Steam Workshop. Darren says he thinks this is where the line splits, and yep, you're quite right. It's where we hit the tunnel. Except we're not actually going into the tunnel, we're stopping at Glacier. Right, next waypoint is Ross Peak Connaught in 4.7 miles, and we're nearly there. Fringe Starling says he just had a eureka moment for the high pressure Liverpool to Manchester run. Oh no. Okay, now I'm worried. What are you going to do to me? Cheers, Moggy. Thanks for joining us this evening. Moorman says, how much longer? Shouldn't be that much longer. So we're going to Glacier Main in 8 miles, so not much longer. So basically we're just about to separate off. This is Ross Peak Connaught in 4 miles, which is halfway, and then we're going to here, which is Glacier. So we're currently about there, and we're going to there, which is about 8 miles away. 25 limit, let's speed this baby up. Chase Man says America may not have the fastest trains, but they can be up to a mile long. He'd be damned if on the day he sees a British freight train with more than 40 cars. Look at the old steam trains, they used to run a lot more than 40 cars. Yeah, Darren, getting your voice in the stream, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Did I say British train and cars? I was simply replying in the same terminology that was used to pose the question. Good suggestion, Stephen Jam. You have to get that over to Engine Driver, write it up as an article and put it on Engine Driver so that Steve can look through it. Three miles to Ross Peak, or thereabouts. Joe's having fun with the terminology of the word cars. Yeah, so the average freight train in America, Darren says, weighs over 10,000 tons. Doesn't surprise me at all. Hey, Touch 4PWFC. Welcome to the stream this evening. Freight train operation like this is definitely not everyone's cup of tea. Like most train things. Everyone thinks train enthusiasts like all things train, and they don't. Somebody like steam engines doing start-stop commuter trains would definitely not enjoy this. Or probably not enjoy this. But there's a challenge to keeping it going up the hill, managing the train smoothly. Right, let's pass that train. Oh dear, excuse me. Two miles to Russ Peak, which means about 6 miles left to go before I fall asleep. Coplopper, is that still present? I'm not sure that 180 kilometre thing is actually still valid. It's still there, but it's I think it's a lot further out now. As far as well, it's present in Unreal 4. I have no idea. Hope not. Hey there, QWERTY Afro. Welcome this evening. Coming up on another signal in half a mile. Oh, speeding again. So you can join Munich Garten. You've confused me now. Munich Garmisch-Partenkirchen and Munich Augsburg. There's a route on Workshop that does it, that joins them, that Danny did. Same as the London to Brighton, South London network, and the London to Bedford routes have been joined together. So it's possible It's just not something that we want to do because of the way that it's, but just for a number of technical reasons and complexity reasons, and how the joined routes actually work, how you deliver that to somebody, and it's it's difficult. Whereas if someone can, like Danny, can do it and put it on Steam Workshop, that means everyone gets to win. But the routes have got to be built so that they can be joined, and that's the tricky bit. Yes, Scott Blobber says joining routes together is very, very tricky, and the routes have to be having the same texture map, exactly the same texture map, and they have to have exactly the same origin. So unless the route has been built to be joined, it won't ever work. Well, I say it won't ever work. It's ridiculously difficult. And certainly Pacific Surfliner and Cajon Pass will certainly never have been done to be joined. So even though they're the same, they're at the appropriate latitude and longitude, coordinates for scenery assets are stored as a relative offset to the centre, to the origin of the route, rather than at a particular latitude and longitude. So if you change the origin so that it's one route or the other, then all the scenery placement will go wonky. Got the high ball. Fringe Styling, West Coast Mainline North and Overshap again have got different origins, so they can't be joined. Western Lines of Scotland and Overshap have the same origin, because Overshap is actually just a clone of Western Lines of Scotland and then changed. So that's why I think Otto did a join of Western Lines of Scotland and West Coast Mainline Overshap, even though they're completely era inappropriate. Essentially, Keith, when he did West Coast Mainline Overshap, left all of the bits in and modified all the bits that are appropriate. Hence, you can go, even though it's West Coast Mainline, you can still go north out of Carlisle at the junction and head west to Dumfries on the Carlisle-Dumfries Railway. Yeah, I need to take a drink, don't I? I'm going to have another drink. The throat is going mental. That felt better. Yeah, not far off the 1,000 followers, QWERTY. Not long now. Yeah, clear vodka. Clear vodka? Vodka's already real. Nodka, that's what we call it, Nodka. MML and London to Faversham could potentially be joined. French Styling wants to join London to Peterborough and ECML South. That's completely impossible. They're not even in the same part of the world. Smart, Alec. Where are we now? Glacier Mountain West. So that's the end of the route, at end of the journey at 1.5 miles. Darren, oh hang on. Mountain Subdivision RTC to CP Train 202. Expect a brief stop at Glacier while a track crew finishes an inspection at the east portal of Connaught Tunnel. Bring your head into a stop at the Glacier signal. RTC out. I can do that. Jack Sims wants to join the New York to New Haven and the Riviera line with a gigantic bridge, I assume. Darren says if you come to Canada you should go to Jasper National Park and Banff National Park and go skiing in Whistler. I don't really do skiing, but I definitely want to come and have a look at the line, have a run across both Kicking Horse and the Rogers Passes. By plane. There's no fun joining by air, is there? Alright, so we've got advance approach on this signal. He says the Transtopian Mid-Atlantic Riviera Bridge of Life. There you go. Red line in Liverpool to Manchester, that won't work. Different again. They don't have. Most routes don't have the same the right origin for joining. Our approach signal there. Starting to get a bit chilly in here now. Stephen Jam linked the Chinese route to the South African. Okay, well, how are you going to put everything to the Unreal Engine? With magic. Basically, lots of very talented people. Okay, so we're coming to a stop here at Glacier Main West. Was that Main East? Main West? That's Main East. There's our approach signal. Darren says his biggest pet peeve in train sim is when people drive the trains and give it power with the brakes on slightly. In some cases that's not an inappropriate thing to do if you're hill starting. If you're hill starting, you'd apply the brakes, get the train stopped and pumped up, then you put some power on and release the brake. So that as the brakes release down the train, you pick up more and more of the slack as it goes. Coplop was well reminded. So at 8 o'clock tomorrow is the Dovetail stream on Twitch, and then I'll be back as normal here at 9:30. Island Region says money has been spent a lot. Cheers, Stephen Jam. Thanks for joining us this evening. It's good to have you on the channel. We're nearly at the end of this scenario now. Only a mile to go. I've just put the link to the Dovetail stream on the chat. Goodbye, Chase Man. Thanks for joining. James says, do another scenario after this. No, it all goes downhill if I try and do another scenario. 0.6 of a mile now. French darling, can we put this train on the Isle of Wight? Only if you don't want to drive it anywhere. So we're in Glacier now. We're just waiting to get to the other end so we can stop up at the signal. Now I'm going to call it quits at the end of this. Hey, Wise Guys, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. I'm going to call it quits after here. I've got to go to Tesco's and buy something for my daughter. She wants to try after 8 minutes. My job to go to Tesco's and provide for her, apparently. Yes, Squirty, 24-hour Tesco. I frequently go to Tesco's in the middle of the night, cop plopper. The number of times I go to Tesco's after doing the stream to top up on shopping. Darren Coquet says it's Glacier. Okay, Glacier. Right, coming up on the end of the on the signal now, so we've got to stop basically just before the signal, somewhere around here, I should think. Ian K84 says, do I ever sleep? I do. Not a lot, but I do. Oop, that's why it's not moving up and down. I've got it switched off. A bit of a boost just to get us into the right place. trying to tease myself onto this stopping point so that we can stop properly. Good night, JM. Well done, we'll be here for a while, so sit back and have a hot cup of joe. Scenario complete. Boom. There we go, folks. Right, that's all from me for tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow, 8 PM is the official Twitch stream for Dovetail. Twitch.tv/DovetailGames. And then at 9:30 back here for more mayhem and good fun and banter. And that's it. So I hope you've all enjoyed. Really appreciate everyone popping in and watching the show. There'll be another raffle tomorrow in my stream, as always. Right, thank you very much, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow, 8 PM on the Dovetail stream. Thanks a lot. Bye.